Welcome to Tower Talk Business Radio, where we bring you conversations with the top business minds on Long Island and around the nation every week. Featuring expert consultants and small business owners who have found success but are also willing to share their top tips, failures, and give gritty, matter-of-fact advice based on their firsthand experience. Now, let's get down to business on Tower Talk Business Radio on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC.
And welcome to Tower Talk Business Radio, powered by the Nassau Community College Foundation. My name is Donyshia Boston-Hill, CEO of Keeper of the Brand Marketing and Digital Agency. And we're focused on bringing the premier resource for business and entrepreneurship. We bring you weekly business advice, tips, tools, and services that help you grow your business. Plus, we interview the top business leaders in the industry. Today, we're back at it again. Another episode of the Tower Talk Lady Mogul COVID Entrepreneur Summit. Again, I'm Donyshia Boston-Hill, and we have our guest co-host, Tricia Messeroux, CEO of Toddlewood and the T-Mez Creative Group. Tricia, welcome back again.
Hi, this is so exciting. We're doing this again, and I think it's a fantastic journey and forum for everyone to basically share their experiences and share their input. And Lady Mogul, just so everyone knows, it's Donyshia and I came together as entrepreneurs and wanted to put together a forum, a platform for women entrepreneurs or soon to be entrepreneurs to come together and really share their ideas, be very candid and, and inspire and motivate other women to do what we do and how much fun and how liberating it is. So starting it off on Facebook, and we've got, great amount of followers, and it's growing, and we're really excited about that. So today, we're really excited to have two amazing entrepreneurs. And what we want to do is basically talk to you about what you do, and then we'll get into some question and answers about what's going on today, given the pandemic and how your business is reacting to it and what you can offer. So first, we have Karen, who is a tax attorney, and then we have Dr. Cecilia, who is obviously a doctor. So, Karen, I'm going to jump right into you. Why don't you just tell everyone exactly what you do, what your business is about?
Sure. So as you said, I'm Karen Tenenbaum Law. We handle IRS and New York State tax problems. So we're here as a resource. We've been helping out everybody in the community because during this time, nobody wants to part with their cash. No one has the cash. So how many people are out of work and how many people don't have an income and yet they owe all sorts of taxes? Thank God the IRS has provided some temporary relief until July 15, 2020 for some of this, but not for everything. And New York State has not provided similar guidance. They are amenable to being flexible. And if you call and you're asking for different terms on your installment agreement, they're helping. Or if you're saying, please give me some time, 60 days or whatever, they're being flexible. But they have not come out with clear guidance. So we're here as a resource. And we have, if you want to call us, we're at 631-465-5000. And we have an app, Tax Helpline. It's free. You could download it, and it gives you valuable links to things you could do on your own with the IRS and New York State. So there's valuable links to their corona virus pages. You could also email us at taxhelpline@litaxattorney.com.
Now, let me just say, that is an entrepreneur. That's a businesswoman right there, because she just jumps right in and tells you how to get in touch with her, okay? Right off the bat, but listen, she's not playing any games, and I love that.
The truth is we understand the people's pain, and we're here to help. So we were interviewed on News 12, and we got a lot of phone calls from people in the community. We're here to help the community.
And that's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Thank you. Thank you for that.
And thank you for having me. This is such an honor.
For those of you either listening or watching, if you don't know, Karen is just a powerhouse. I mean, amazing woman, entrepreneur, supporter of all other entrepreneurs and everything. And when it comes to taxes, she's your go-to person. So if she tells you something, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Thank you. Thank you. And look, Donyshia and I have gone back a while already to all the Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Businesses groups and all the great events that you put on, Dinner on Blanc. And I follow your family on Facebook. Those kids of yours are amazing. That Kelly, as I said earlier, she's a rock star. I love her book reviews. I love being part of your family. Thank you.
Oh, you're so sweet.
And I look forward to going back to our live events, including things like at Lord & Taylor. Remember, we did a show at Lord & Taylor. The good old days.
The good old days. Thank you. Well, let's switch over to Cecilia. And you should have a pretty interesting story because as a dentist, there's, obviously just like most doctors, but, working with the mouth and everything that's going on with COVID and the pandemic, how is, tell us, about your company, your brand, and how is this pandemic affecting your office?
Hi, good afternoon. First, I'd like to thank you ladies, Donyshia and Tricia, for having me this afternoon. I am a dentist, yes, of 18 years, and I've had my practice in Queens now for 13 years. I'm a Queens native, and I would not think of practicing anywhere other than Queens. I love it here, and I'm always going to be true to my neighborhood. Yes, this has definitely been an extremely challenging situation. And being basically an essential worker is making it even more scary. We have so many different things that we have to deal with in terms of this COVID-19, and one is keeping everyone safe. And being a dentist, it's a little challenging because we are actually, after nurses and doctors, medical doctors, going to be the people that are going to be in the front of all of this because we deal with the aerosols. So it's a little scary for us as providers to be able to keep ourselves safe and keep the patients and anyone in the office safe. So that's one of our major challenges that we're going to have to go through. But as far as being a dentist, I've been here for, like I said, 13 years. We do all sorts of dentistry. We do cosmetic, implants, dentures, anything that you basically need. And I do have partnerships with specialists that we work very closely with. So we are LaRoche Dental in Hollis, Queens. And if anybody would like to come see us, please, we are here for you. And we are definitely a very welcoming practice. And it's like a family. So you will never feel unwelcomed or uncomfortable at LaRoche Dental.
Well, I would assume you, and give us an idea of what you're doing right now in terms of patients. I'm assuming you're only seeing emergency patients.
Well, actually, we did close. The reason we closed is because, as I said, we have many partnerships with practices like oral surgeons and endodontists. Those are the ones that do the root canals that are at our disposal to help our patients during these times. They are definitely more equipped and they will handle these emergencies in a better fashion than we would. And actually, we surprisingly have not been getting a lot of emergencies, but the ones that we have received, we've been able to just push them along to the surgeons, and they have taken care of our patients wonderfully. But we have talked to many patients since we've been off and checking on them. Actually, my staff comes in once a week and just calls our patients, checks on them to see if there are any needs that they have that we have not met or that anyone needs.
Fantastic. Go ahead, Donyshia, you're going to have something.
Nice. I was going to say, I know, Cecilia, you and I chatted a little bit pre-show, and I wanted to talk about some of your pain points and also some of the pain points that you're experiencing on the dentistry side, and also pain points, Karen, on the tax side. So, Cecilia, if you can jump right in.
Oh, yes. So first, I would say that one of my most heartbreaking parts of this pandemic is having to abruptly leave my patients in the middle of treatment. It's heartbreaking. Some people are right now sitting in temporary crowns, waiting to have their final crown put on and having to be delayed through that, which is, very uncomfortable for them because they would like their final work. and people that are waiting on dentures, especially my elderlies that are edentulous right now. They have no teeth, and they were so excited about finally being able to have a comfortable denture, to be able to eat properly again, to actually keep their nutrition up to par, to even get them through this COVID situation. So mostly my elderly, my heart just goes out to them, and I really want to get back here for them. On the financial side, wow. When they talk about price gouging and things of that nature, the work that I do is it's the PPE is so essential for me. And even my basic PPEs have more than doubled. They have 5 times gone up the price in terms of just getting face masks. And now the typical face mask that I once was able to use to do my procedures, where I would get 50 in a box for $5. Now those masks I cannot use because I have to have the COVID N95s. They run at $6 a mask. So I'm going from $60, for 10 masks. Whereas before I was only paying $5 for 50 masks. That's just one of my expenses.
Wow.
Gloves have doubled. Yes, gloves have doubled. Things where I was paying $10 for a box of gloves, they want $20 now. The gowns, it's everything. The gowns have doubled. And now I also will need to, because we don't have ventilation systems set up in many of these offices, I'm going to need to purchase a couple of purifiers, air purifiers at about $250 each. And they have this other machine that's called a aerosol evacuation vacuum. So it suctions out the aerosol. So I will need to place that with my patient care as I'm working on the patient. Those start at $700 and they go up to about $2,500. So that's just the beginning of it. There are so many other things also that you have to put in place now that's going to be different, that, it's going to be a challenge financially. So we're going to have more creative ways to, bring more patients in so that even we can survive, so that we could be part of this community going forward. Otherwise, I'm going to see a lot of dental practices failing if the patients don't recognize that you are our business and we need your support. We need you to keep coming so that we can be here to service you the way that we'd like to service you. Otherwise, we go away if you don't recognize the importance of it, as well as I'm sure Karen's business. People need to understand that we are here for you. And if you don't service us, then we won't be able to give you our expertise and help you out the way that you need to be helped.
Absolutely. You are listening to Tower Talk Business Radio on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC. My name is Donyshia Boston-Hill, CEO of Keeper of the Brand Marketing and Digital Agency, along with Tricia Messeroux, CEO of Toddlewood and the T-Mez Group. Today's show is the Lady Mogul Entrepreneur COVID-19 Summit, Part 2. And again, we are here with an amazing powerhouse, Dr. Cecilia LaRoche, and also Karen Tenenbaum, Esquire. Karen, you are also experiencing pain points and pivoting. Can you share some of the pain points with us?
Sure. So the first thing we did is we reached out to every single one of our clients. Again, we handle IRS and New York State tax problems. These people already had a problem before COVID-19. So can you imagine now that the financial circumstances have changed even more drastically? We reached out to every one of them to tell them about the temporary relief that the IRS is providing till July 15th. You don't have to make certain payments. You don't have to file certain returns yet. To tell them that they have a breathing period. But then you also have to realize we represent a lot of restaurants that are now pretty much only open for takeout and delivery, and they're never going to be able to, some percentage of them are never going to be able to come back. So we're also telling them what their options are. Do you want to do some kind of installment agreement where you're going to have to pay these taxes over time? You were never going to be able to pay them ever, so let's talk about an offer in compromise. There are certain things like sales tax and payroll taxes that flow through to you personally. Mm. Sales taxes do not end on death or in bankruptcy. They're yours forever. So if you have any assets, you got to start protecting them. So we're here really to, again, tell them what their options are and to help them out to the extent that there's a collection alternative. I always say I'm keeping up to date on the latest law. The law changes daily. And so that's been an interesting struggle to be on Zoom conferences on a regular basis. But I think in the end, people are going to be more appreciative that they don't have to leave their home. They could do things now through DocuSign. They could pay electronically. We could do video conferencing and have meetings. So from your own home, you could contact us and we could provide you with the information that we've just been gathering for hours and hours and hours before we got on the phone. And years of experience, of course. So this morning, I was on an IRS liaison meeting. Last week, I was on a New York State Society of CPA meeting. We're doing webinars. We did one for the Nassau Bar Association. Tomorrow, we're doing the Suffolk Bar Association. Monday, the New York State Bar Association. We're doing it for enrolled agents. We're getting the word out to all the top professionals so that they could also help their clientele.
Fantastic. Thank you for that. Cecilia, you talked about all the out-of-pocket costs that are going into that you're going to have to be dealing with to reopen. New York is starting to work on the rollout plan, for reopening businesses, correct? So, and I don't know when dentist offices would be on that list and when. How are you preparing to reopen? What is your game plan in order to reopen with all the proper regulations met?
Well, yes. First, we're going to try to, bring together all of our emails and send out emails to our patients explaining the process in which to come back. Definitely wanting to make sure that anyone that has been exposed or anyone that has any kind of temperatures or any kind of symptoms, that they first know that they should not come back into society until they are free.
They are very well.
Yes, exactly. Of these conditions.
Would you be testing people upon entering the office?
I'm not sure about the testing as far as the test kits, and that's something I'm looking into to see if we can do it as dentists. I'm not sure if that's something we're qualified yet to do.
Or even
but I am doing like the temperature. I'm going to have the infrared temperature. I'm actually also going to have the pulse oximeter so that they can check their pulse to see what their oxygen levels are like. So this is just information that they can have that will be useful for them. As far as the office is concerned, I'm not too worried except the aerosols, because as dentists in ourselves, we are the cleanliest, most sterile, most disinfected places anyway. So it's not a big change for us. Sure. It's just making sure that your staff is 100% on top of this to the 10th power, because now you want to make sure that these things are being wiped down and sprayed and continuously even just be a little more diligent with it. But overall, our procedures have always been to create a sterile environment because we're a dental office. So it's not a big change for that reason. Yes.
Yeah. No, I understand that. That's fantastic. Do you have, and there are a lot of female dentist offices out there, independent dental offices out there. Do you have any words of, encouragement or something that you'd like to leave them with? As we're going through the pandemic, as we're about to start reopening, and with all of these, regulations and costs, and you know what I mean? So there's so much that is shifting and changing, and it's not the norm, but it's the new norm now. Yes. Some may have been prepared, financially and can afford these things, and some may not. But give them an idea of, something that you'd like them to take away with.
Well, for one, I honestly feel like, and I don't like to bring God into it too much, but I almost feel
do. That's okay.
Okay. I almost feel, well, everyone's different. So I don't want to reach my audience of that. But, I feel like he's almost trying to tell us something. He's like saying to us, listen, slow down a little bit, everybody. Take time and actually get to know your friends now and your family and do those things that we've taken for granted, and understand that this might be a reset for us, for all of us, and come back into this society with a fresh new look on yourself, on how we all treat each other, how we've come together as a community and have been fighting this, and when you do come back into my space, just know that we've always been a loving environment, and we're going to continue to be that environment. And we are not only dentists. I feel like I'm a psychologist half the time, just to try to get everybody to be calm and, go through these dental procedures. So I've always had the listening ear. Believe me, I'm not. The psychology part of what I go through with most of my patients would be surprising.
Right.
But also just know that you want to keep your health up. That is really one of my biggest takebacks. That if not through all of this, understanding that these health disparities that we have within the African American and the Latino community are being prevailed. It's, you have to be more diligent on your health, eat the right things, exercise, go to your doctor's appointments, take the meds if you have meds. We must
vitamins, drink water.
Yes. Yep. And your oral hygiene, whether you realize it or not, is one of the most important aspects of your overall health. The bacteria in your system generally comes from your mouth because that's where it all starts. So please brush your teeth, gargle, Listerine. I'm a fan of Listerine. So go ahead with the Listerine all you want. So, I just think you're going to be okay. Everyone is going to be okay. I know many of us have had some trials and some of us have lost some people. And that's the tough part. And it's hard. And I know that. I just lost my father in January. So I was very fortunate. Sorry. Thank you. I was fortunate that it didn't happen through COVID, so we were able to be there with him. But I understand the pain that people are going through regardless. And just know that, you will be fine. We're all going to be fine. Just keep loving your heart. Just keep loving your heart. That's where I'm at. Yep.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Karen, we have like 35 seconds. Actually, Donyshia, you wanted to jump in?
I am. You are listening to Tower Talk Business Radio on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC. My name is Donyshia Boston-Hill, CEO, keeper of the brand, along with Tricia Messeroux, CEO of Toddlewood and the T-Mez Group. Today's show is the Lady Mogul COVID Entrepreneur Summit, Part 2.
All right, so jumping right in. Karen, we have about 40 seconds left. Could you, and I know there are so many people out there that are holding back on a lot of things.
What time? We have about 10 minutes. Yeah.
Oh. Well, thank you for that. I didn't think, I thought we were done at 4. Good. Relax. Take your time then. Take your time. Have a drink. No. So Karen, there are a lot of people out here, as you said, that because of what's going on, they're trying to hold on to their money, right? So, and sometimes that means most of the times that means they're not doing the right thing, and that can hurt them in the long run. So can you give everyone an idea, or just let them know what the options are and what the detriments really could be for, doing something that, they know they technically shouldn't do, even if it's a temporary situation. But it can be scary. It can be financially scary. And then there's some folks who just don't have the means.
So this is really the perfect time to sit back and look at your financial situation and say, what can I afford to pay on July 15th and what can I not afford to pay on July 15th? Sure. Hold on to your money until then. If you're in an installment agreement with the IRS, they're telling you do not have to make payments until July 15th. Let's say you're not in an installment agreement. You might want to start one. Right. They're probably very flexible at this point to enter into a good deal. The same with an offer in compromise. If you're never going to be able to pay, you should absolutely be getting your documentation together right now so that you're ready to go, and you could start it now. The IRS is not totally open, so if you don't already have somebody working with you, it may be hard to actually negotiate it, but you should get in the line because there's going to be a surge, as I said, on July 16th. A lot of businesses are closed down. A lot of people are out of work. They don't have the money, and they're still going to have the taxes due. New York State, as I said, does not have very clear guidance, but they're being flexible. I think they're not. So the IRS is not starting new audits, but now is a great time if you were already in the middle of an audit. The auditors are working remotely. Get a settlement. If you had an old case, they're settling these old cases. New York State, by the way, they are answering the phones. And so if you're involved in an audit there, I would absolutely contact that auditor and see if you could get it behind you, especially if you're a restaurant or a retail business and you were in the middle of a sales tax audit. Now is that time to settle those matters. What happens if you had a wage garnishment? They're not starting new wage garnishments. They're not starting new liens. They're not issuing new liens. They're not starting new levies. They're not taking money out of your bank account today. But if there's already a lien on the books or a wage garnishment on the books, they may. So let's talk about wage garnishments.
Right.
If they're taking money out of your salary and your circumstances have changed, if you were dealing with a specific person, you could probably get in touch with that person to change the terms. That's what you want to do.
To renegotiate.
Renegotiate. Now's the time. Now's your chance. You have this amazing opportunity, this amazing window till July 15th.
Real quick question, actually.
I have anxiety.
No, I know. This is really stressful, actually. No.
It's very stressful. It normally is stressful.
A lot of people.
It's normally stressful. Now it's doubly stressful.
Now it's doubly stressful. I mean, it is the IRS. Now, you said the IRS is open. It's closed?
Okay, so the service centers are closed. The practitioner priority services are closed. They're not even accepting mail. I understand there's trucks outside of the IRS with the mail. So
interesting.
They want, right. There's not a person, unless you could go to your local taxpayer advocate, and if you need numbers or whatever connections, I'll give them to you. Or if you were already dealing with a revenue officer or a revenue agent. A revenue officer deals with the collection issues, and a revenue agent deals with the audit issues. So if you already had a contact person, you could probably get in touch with them. They're working remotely. But if you would not, and you call the normal numbers, they're starting to get people to come back in, but it's spotty.
Let me ask you, what happens to folks that filled out and submitted their tax returns, and they really rely on that money? Are they getting that anytime soon?
Are we talking about refunds or stimulus checks?
Refunds, not stimulus checks, refunds.
Okay, so I don't think this has impacted the normal refunds.
The normal, okay, perfect, yep. Okay, fantastic.
So again, if anybody wants to contact me, 631-465-5000, or write to us at taxhelpline@litaxattorney.com. We'll give you a free 15-minute consultation, and we'll set you on in the right direction.
Fantastic. Cecilia, can you also tell everyone once again how they can get in touch with you?
Yes, you can go to our website, which is larochedental.com, and you can also call our office, which is 718-776-0600. That number again, 718-776-0600. And you'll be met with a friendly voice. A friendly voice like yours. All right. And I'm Tricia Messeroux of Toddlewood and the Team As Creative Group. You can reach me at team, that's TEAM, at Team As Creative, that's TMEZZ Creative.com, 646-596-4227. And I'm so happy that we got together again, but with other amazing and beautiful and smart female entrepreneurs, and for Lady Mogul.
Absolutely. And thank you, Tricia, Karen, and Cecilia, Dr. Cecilia. We are so excited to have you, and thank you for sharing with our audience today. My name is Donyshia Boston-Hill, CEO of Keeper the Brand. You can find me at keeperthebrand.com. This is an NCC Foundation Business Leaders Council production. Visit ncc.edu/WHPC for more information. We're also available on iHeartRadio as a podcast on iTunes, Android Podcast, and Spreaker. This is Tower Talk Business Radio, the Lady Mogul Entrepreneur COVID-19 Summit Edition, powered by the Nassau Community College Foundation on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC.